Welcome back from the mobile gaming fanatics. MyTyme here, this is Top Drives, and you do not need to be an astute person to realise that I have not been around for a very long time. Yes, I do apologise, I don't have any great content to show you, nothing new, no fancy prize cards, no completed events and rewards, but I am going to try and pick up the game again now and get back into things to coincide with this World Expo patch, which is now officially released. You can get it from the Android store. I'm not sure about iOS yet, but as we can see, Top Drive's 5-year anniversary. So that is what we're going to focus on today. Now, before we get into anything, I would like to give a big shout out to Go Away on Gaming. He deserves a huge amount of credit for his commitment to bringing you guys consistent content on YouTube for not just events but everything, challenges, updates, the whole works. Now this guy will, when you get special events in here, he will go through, do a walkthrough for you to help you if you get stuck on track sets, show you the cars that he used, give you an idea of cars that can do the similar job and help you to progress. So whether you're a new player or an existing kind of veteran, he can be extremely helpful for those difficult challenges, etc. along the way. So definitely check him out. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description below. Now, one thing before we go into this patch that I'm extremely excited about, and this is the thing that I like the most. Okay, this thing that has excited me the most about this patch, and there's been a bit of a revamp to Audi, that isn't it, but the fact is that now I can actually own my car. Yes, the Audi A4 DTM edition has been bought in because it is a bit of a niche car. I didn't ever expect it really to come into the game. They only made, I think it was 200 because it is a special Toy Masters edition for when Audi won it many years ago now. What was it, 16, 17, 18, 16 years ago? Can't remember. Anyway, that's now in the game, so pretty happy to be able to get that. The only car I've got on my wish list, the only car I would really want to get, to be honest with you, of all the cars. Well, there's gonna be a lot of new cars that I do want to get, but that's the one car that I'm just would like to own, should we say. And it's obviously a reasonable car to try to own because it's a super rare. Now, before we look into what has gone on, I just want to say I have not looked at any of the patch notes, any of the cars. I don't know any of the 333 new cars in the game. I've obviously seen pictures of some, etc., and seen other people doing some pack openings and showing some cars that they've got. So I have an idea, but I've not gone and checked any of it myself. I've not checked any of the RQ changes, any of the rarity changes, and any of the stat corrections either. So once we click on cars, I will let you know there is a good chance that this will bug out because maybe it's just to do with the update, maybe it's to do with lots of people logging on, I don't know, but it is a little bit temperamental. What we can see first of all, certain cars like the Peugeot here I noticed went from 92 to 99 RQ, and I can see the Mazda Furai here has gone from an epic to a legendary. Now, the first thing I noticed in previous patches, when a car moved up or down a rarity, it would still keep its current fuses. My car now has 0 fuses. It is a complete standard legendary. Also notice if I click on it, it would tell me I sell this car for 65,000. Now if I were to scroll down to another legendary, for example the Bentley Continental here, and I were to sell this car, it will say I will get 275,000 for it as a standard legendary. Now the reason for that is because of one of the biggest changes in the patch, and that is now when cars move up or down rarities, you will get a little exclamation mark at the bottom and a tag saying old guard. The old guard means that you own this car before the correction of its rarity, and it will show you its old rarity at the bottom, so shown by the color purple here with the exclamation mark. So this car, what it means is if I were to use the Mazda Furai as a fuse material, it would be an epic fuse material. Okay, does that make sense? So it is technically an epic car for fusing and selling, but obviously a legendary car with all these stats if I want to use it in events. Now I can show you that again by going down to, we'll pick an epic car here. I've got to have some cars to upgrade. So if I wanted to upgrade my MG Metro, now we will come to these other bits in just a moment, but if I click on fuse, we can see there are different cars. It looks like there are some super rare cars that I can now put into the Metro to fuse it, as well as we go up epics and legendaries. Okay, so just to show again, this legendary up here used to be an epic. Okay, so they're showing me it is an epic car down the bottom. So technically, for fusion reasons, this is an epic car, not a legendary. Now, as we scroll down and we come to, in fact, I will use the Evo here, the Evo 4. It looks like it is an epic, but again, it's showing me down here it used to be an ultra rare. So it's coming up here in epic because it currently is an epic car. If I click on it, it will show me that it was actually an ultra rare fuse. Now, if I get a second or another Evo 4 here, now it will not have the old guard tag on it, and it will not have this little exclamation mark at the bottom. It would just be a 76 RQ epic Mitsubishi. So what I would want to do in theory for a car like this that has gone up in RQ, I would want to max this Evo out. Okay, max this one out, and if I pull a second one, keep that one for fuse, because that one is going to be an epic fuse or an epic sell if I were to sell it. Not that I'm going to, but it'll be an epic fuse, where this one is only ever going to be an ultra rare equivalent fuse. Okay, as we scroll down, we can see the same again with ultra rares here, and I used to have this Mercedes-Benz when it was an epic. It has been downgraded. It is now an ultra rare. So what I would want to do is I would want to, with this car, put a second, keep hold of it, and then use this car as a fusion, because although it comes up as an ultra rare car, it can be used as an epic fusion. So I could put this into a legendary. Okay, so this car is going to be much more valuable for me to use as an epic fusion into a legendary car than it is going to be to keep it and use super rares into it. So I will not upgrade this car. I will hold it and use it as a fusion material in the future. And then again, we can see this again as we scroll further down with some of these cars. These cars here all are now super rares, but they used to be ultra rares. So again, any super rares, for example, that you've got that used to be ultra rares, keep them for fusions, try and pull duplicates of them, and upgrade the duplicates you pull since the patch update, because they will not have this exclamation mark. It'll be exactly the same car, exactly the same thing without the old guard tag and without the exclamation at the moment. So you're going to have to go through and check. There's going to be certain cars you're going to want to upgrade. So if a car has gone down in rarity, you're going to want to try to keep it and use it as fusion material. If a car has gone up in rarity, so for example it's moved from a super rare into an ultra rare, I'm not sure if I have any here to that are, have we got any here? No, I'm not sure I've got any that I can show straight away. Here you go. No, what am I doing? I'm not sure if I have any, to be honest with you, but the idea is if they have gone up in rarity, then you will keep that car and max that one out. If you pull duplicate, use the duplicate of it as your fusion. If they've gone down in rarity, then you would want to use any duplicate will be the car you keep, and you want to keep the original one that has gone down, because it's going to technically still keep its previous rarity for when it comes to fusing. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. The second thing they have gone and done now is they've introduced these tokens. Okay, now there is a time limit on them. You can see 31 days remaining. Every card that has gone up or down a rarity has been stripped and it is back to a base card. Okay, so if you have a car that has gone up or down and you have put tokens into it, then that car is now naked. It is back to its previous, as if you just pulled the car. And what happens is all the resources you have used have gone into tokens. So rather than using cash, etc., again, you can just use a token to upgrade that car. There's also some quick ways for you to upgrade it. You can pick a way of maxing out your car, click it and click the yes button, and then say I want to make this car 323, I can click yes. It would take 5 fuse tokens and 24 upgrade tokens, as we can see from here. It won't cost me any cash or nothing. I won't have to wait any of the timers for the car to be fused. I just have to do, I think it is the final timer, so like the last level one, but not all the ones in between. So you can keep your cash and use it on other cars. Now you can't use these tokens on any cars that are new, so any of the new 333 cars. But if you pull duplicate cars, and so let's just say I pulled, here we go, I've got these Evo 4s. If I pulled another Evo 4 now that I wanted to work on, I could use my tokens on a new Evo 4. I don't have to use it on one of the old guard cards, okay? I can only use them on cars which existed in the game before the new patch, not on cars that have been introduced to the game since the new patch. So for any new cars, I'm using my cash as normal and materials to upgrade, but I could obviously use this car as a ultra rare if I wanted to, not that I would, as an ultra rare upgrade, because that's what it was before. So it sounds confusing. I think it's going to be easy once people actually go into their garage and start to do the upgrades, etc, etc. We have a lot of cars now that you're going to need to just decide where you're going to put your resources into, because you're going to have a lot of resources given back to you and you're going to be pulling new cars, so you're going to have some decisions to make. But that is kind of where we're at now. In my opinion, I've got no objection at all with them doing all these car corrections, etc, at the same time as them letting out new manufacturers, new new car, what do you call it, not just new manufacturers, new cars, and developing existing brands, for example Audi. To me, you might as well do it all in one, because as we go through and we see some of the new manufacturers, Arash here in Bristol, etc. I'll just scroll through so you can see some of them if you weren't sure before. I say, yeah, you might as well do all these corrections at one go, because as soon as you introduce new cars into the game, and in this example there's 333 new cars, it's going to change the meta anyway. Okay, it is going to change the meta. The best cars for certain tracks, etc, are going to change because we've already got a load of new cars introduced. So then you might as well rework all the other cars at the same time, so it's less disruption, if that makes sense. I think it's less disruptive anyway to do it all in one go, rather than wait a couple of months and then do a whole rebrand of older cars and mix everything up again. Now we see here you don't have any special packs yet. They will not be brought out until after the update is forced for everyone to do, so it's usually kind of around the 48-hour mark after the updates initially released, before the packs etc come into the store. As I said, I don't have a lot of cash etc because I haven't played the game a lot. So what I am going to do is open a few packs just to see if we can get anything good, just to see what kind of cars come out of it. Yeah, that Audi I'd really love to get. So what we're going to do is, because I don't actually know what cars are good and what cars aren't good anymore, straight up with a new car, the Dolman 88, I'm going to be keeping all new cars. I'm going to try and make some room in my garage for them, pick some cars to upgrade and see what happens. And then, yeah, over the next few couple of weeks, another new one with the Oldsmobile Starfire there will be to try and probably clear out my garage a little bit and, you know, use my tokens, make sure that I don't let any of them go to waste. I said we've got 31 days for that, and yeah, just kind of get used to some of the changes. So some of these cars now will be new new, what do you call it, for Capri, a new image there, and there might be some cars before which were not particularly good that now become good. There are going to be some cars that maybe were, you know, beasts, which are now kind of they're okay. I don't know. I may look at the patch notes, but I kind of just want to get a feel for it myself, you know what I mean? I just kind of want to see the cars as I come across them and maybe make the decision myself, rather than just going into the spreadsheet and being like, yeah, okay, cool, that car's good now, that car's not good. But as we go through here, I said not too many new cars yet. Lotus Esprit, it's a new picture. Nice, has gone down in RQ there. BMW, that's gone up in RQ to RQ. And let's see what else we've got. Oh, AC Ace V8, that looks pretty nice. Yeah, nice. I just want to get some new cars. That's always a key thing. A new picture for the Audi Quattro there. Nice to get some, just a change, you know. It's nice to just be able to think, oh yeah, a car I can upgrade that I haven't seen in my garage for 15 years. I think that's a new picture for the BMW. Okay, we're going to get anything spicy. We've got to get something spicy because RQ wise, look, we're at 49. This Roadster, that used to be 51, so that's gone down in RQ, so this is good. Here's an example of what I mean. I can now keep this car and I can take my other one, which will be an old guard, and it will say it used to be an ultra rare, so I can max this one out and I can use my tokens if I want to because it's not a new car, and I can then use my ultra rare previous version of this Roadster as a fusion, which is what I will do. So here we go, the Cadillac CTS sports wagon. I'm just going to get a new car. Oh, the Acura, and it's an epic, so it's a good pack anyway. It's going to be at least 2 epics, although it's not anything I want so far. The Lamborghini Diablo VT. Okay, well, I'm not going to complain about getting 2 epics there. A couple of new cars, nothing like game changing there, but not too bad. So the Tomaso's a new car there. I'm going to try and spin through a few of these a bit quicker. Obviously it's going to be a lot easier to collect the lower RQ cars because you're going to be able to pull them off the boards, etc., and get them just for doing your dailies and get them a lot easier through ceramic packs. That's a different Suzuki there, or one that I definitely didn't have before anyway. But for the top ends, the Hummer, new version of that. For the top end cars, it's going to be a grind. I mean, you must have so many cars that you already wanted to collect and you still haven't got, and they've been out in the game for a long time. So I'm not really expecting to get too many ultra rare, epics, legendaries from the new World Expo kind of tag, but it'd be nice just to have a couple to start with. You know, because we all know that we're going to get special events coming up that are going to utilize those cars, and it's nice to just have a couple of them before you start, to be able to go, yeah, I can use this car, I can use this car. Oh, this, you know, this is one that not everyone's going to have straight away. Just something nice about that. So now we're going to start to get into the newer cars that we'd like to collect. That's moved up our queue. Let's see, nothing really here. Vauxhall Corsa, Nissan, no, plenty of those. Jaguar, no. Mini, no. Come on, no, come on, hit me some ultra. Here we go. So Dodge Challenger SRT, okay. Oh, Porsche Cayman, new picture, okay, but it's still not a new. God, Aston Martin Virage, new picture again. Yeah, I suppose you can't really be upset getting ultra rares, because you're not guaranteed them. Now, open a 10 pack, you'd hope to get at least one ultra rare, but not guaranteed. Yeah, so nothing great there. Still eluding a new car, and you know, ultra or better car. That's what I'm looking for. A car which wasn't from a manufacturer that was in the game before the update. So getting an Audi or something. There's a new Mercedes there, which get like a new Audi which didn't have before would be great, but ideally I just want to get one of the new manufacturers just to feel that I've got a little unique kind of car for now before everyone's got it. And let's get through these. I am aware that I'm missing one or two of the newer cars that I've got. I saw an Oldsmobile a minute ago, etc. Unless something comes up and I'm like, oh dear land, that's gone down. That's a new picture. Yeah, if something comes up and I'm like, oh cool, I haven't seen that before or didn't know about that, then I might stop and pause for a second. But for the rest of it, we're going to kind of scroll through, especially when they're cars like this. So nothing particularly great thus far. Not really to worry about that Chrysler, not to worry about that Volvo. That's a picture that's gone up in RQ. Range Rover, nope. Got enough of you. Oh dear me, here we go. Oh, and Aston Martin Rapid, yes, and that was an awful pack. So these 10 packs haven't been too kind to me. I think it's going to be the last 10 pack I do, because again, as you see, I haven't actually got anything good from it in terms of new cars again. Okay, I don't mean in terms of pulling epics, because yes, those 2 epics, lovely, but we're not really getting the new cars I'd hope to get. So we'll skip through these. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably 1 or 2, maybe that Saturn becomes a good car, maybe it's like a good city streets car for cheap RQ, etc. And all that's going to come in the future. Another 4 Capri there. Lots of people will be able to leave comments about what cars are good. Any that I've got through here, which I'm just, maybe not going to work on straight away, and they'll be like, nope, don't sleep on that. That car's decent. That car's gonna, there you go, new Oldsmobile. That car's gonna be really useful for this. Upgrade it now. You can probably find using it in club, etc. But as we come in here, it'd be nice to get some new. That's the new Audi. I think is it new? I'm not sure. Ford Mondeo. Okay, Mercedes-Benz. No. Cars we already had. Low RQ. Hummer. Okay, great. Again, that Audi we just got. W. Okay, we're getting higher RQs now, so we've got a good chance. That's gone down in RQ. Come on, anything good? Porsche 911 Turbo. Now I did want that Porsche, but good isn't the word. Okay, we're gonna do one last one, then I'll probably finish off with a couple of regular ceramic packs. So this video is going on a bit longer. I'm just hoping that I could maybe pull something that was going to be exciting, which I feel has eluded me so far. But yeah, please do let me know in the comment section below what you've got, what cars you're hoping to get. As I said, I may give in at some stage and actually have a look, but for now I don't intend to look. I do intend to max out that Fury because base stats looks like it's going to be a great car. Definitely think that can be worth using some of my epic fusions that I have now in the bank, and those upgrades I'm going to have. I think that's definitely going to be a car worth it. I will obviously have to have a look at the other cars that have gone up and down in RQ in my garage, because just because a car has gone up in RQ doesn't mean you're going to use your resources into it, because now it might not be, as useful as it was before. Therefore you might have other projects you want to work on first. So it's not just, that's a new picture, so it's not just going to be natural, oh yeah, because I had it maxed out before, I'm going to max it out again now. So we'll have to have a little look through. Right, let's see, 47 RQs, release moving up. Come on, jump us up into the ultra rares. Pontiac, come on, jump us up. Come on, we've only got a couple of cards left here. Ultra rare, come on, we've got quite a few super rares here. Peugeot, I think that used to be a 51 RQ car, so that's gone down in rarity. Okay, Lotus Esprit S4, we still got a few to go. Oh, AC Cobra Mark III, great, this is what I'm talking about. 80 handling, that's pretty good, pretty decent handling. 4.1. I'm gonna imagine there probably isn't huge MRN in this car. That'd be my guess for it to be 58 RQ. I'd have to have a little look into it. Could make it as a drag. Maybe it goes as a nice little like karting circuit car, but that's what we want. More like that, please. Miscellaneous, no. And finally, yes. Thank you. I haven't got a conversation the whole time I was playing the game. Now you've given me something. A Hennessy Venom GT. I don't even know if it's a good car or not. All I know is it's got 278 top speed, 2.70 to 60 and 91 handling. Means it can't be a complete pile of rubbish. But thank you. A legendary new released car. Wow, it's been a long time since anything like that has happened. Obviously I haven't played the game, but I'm super stoked for that. That is how we should finish off. You know what, I'm going to do one ceramic pack at the end. That is what I wanted. That makes up for it. Cannot complain now. Cannot complain. Even if I don't get to really use the car at all for ages, I just wanted to be able to pull one and be able to have a garage, look at it and say, yep, I've got that car and everybody else has. Oldsmobile, lovely. And okay, Volkswagen. So I feel leaving anything less than ultra rare now is just going to be really disappointing. I should have probably cut that video there, shouldn't I? Great. I mean, honestly, I am elated to have pulled something like that. Oh, new Audi A3 saloon, nice. And okay, I think think we're going to have to realise that we're not going to be guaranteed to pull an epic or anything else. So the next we'll go until we don't get an ultra rare. I think maybe. Let's see. I just want to try and get one more nice car. One more kind of beautiful car. Doesn't have to be a legendary. Just a car you go, wow, yeah, glad to get that. Okay, tell you what, I think we'll stop. Next epic or ultra rare, we'll stop, because I will need to keep some cash for upgrading some of these new cars, and while I can still gain some cash from events, etc., I haven't done clubs for a long time. I don't really want to have to grind out clubs a huge amount. I'm going to have to a little bit probably, but yes, if I can try not to blow through all, okay, we'll leave it on the BMW there for free. If I can try not to blow through all my resources straight away, then that would be useful. But great, I can't complain. I cannot complain there. If we have a look at the hell cars, I mean, yeah, from all of that, the Hennessy obviously is the huge kind of car. Would I keep the Acura and max it out? Maybe. The Diablo, probably not, but still that Hennessy goes into the garage, and there we go, 93 RQ. So extremely happy with that. Thank you for watching as ever, guys. Let me know if you've had any good luck like that in the comment section below. I've been MyTyme, and I will see you all